What is up, homies? Welcome back to another reaction from Heroes Reforged. We're reacting to the penultimate episode of the ACOLYTE. Very excited to be here. Excited to see where the story takes us and what new revelations we will learn. But before we get into the reaction, of course, if you want to see the reactions for the entire season uncut, plus all the other Star Wars shows that we've been watching over the course of the last 4 years, starting with The Mandalorian Season 2, they're all on our Patreon. Check them out. It's a really fun time going through the entire Star Wars stories over the course of the last 4 years. Also, we watched, and now we're going to discuss Deadpool on the Chexkins podcast, and we're going to throw a little bit of curveball in between Deadpool and Deadpool 2. We're going to go back and we're going to revisit Twister in anticipation of the release of
the
Twisters.
Greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, I just rewatched the 4K. It's really, really great, and I can't wait to dive into the special features, and yeah, so that'll be a whole lot of fun. So we're doing all kinds of stuff. We're also releasing reactions for The Boys and Fallout, and we're literally having a meeting after this to talk about some stuff that we're going to be doing in the future, which I won't tell you any of it, because if I tell you one thing, you'll hold us accountable for the end of time. So you get to know nothing.
Yes.
You know nothing. You know
You'll know when it drops
right.
on Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm just excited,
That's all
guys.
you get
I'm
to know.
excited for this show to come to its end, not because we'll have all the mysteries solved, we'll know what the heck happened in the night 16 years prior. That stuff is fine. I'm excited for them to release the soundtrack to the show so that I can buy it, download it, put it on my iPod, and listen to that while reading High Republic books and comic books. That's the thing I'm most excited about. There's about 3 people in the comments right now that are like, me too, and everyone else is like, that's too nerdy for me. I'll never do that. Well, you're missing out.
It's the ultimate way to read comics, I feel like. There's so many great superhero, or just any there's so many great scores just for so many of these huge franchises. You'd be a fool to not do it. Hell, I might one day go back and reread the Halloween comics and play Carpenter's theme through the whole thing. It'd be great.
There's Halloween comics?
Hell yeah, dude.
That's so funny.
You want to learn some other origins of some other Halloween characters? I got you, baby. Anyway.
I don't think anybody on the planet besides you, Adam, knows there's Halloween comics.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's so funny.
I know.
That's great.
Okay,
Okay,
you guys
I'm ready to go.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Never good when it's foreboding music.
Brendok, and 16 years earlier.
So this is them searching for coins in the ground. And also
they're
those
metal
girls.
detecting as a hobby. Hey, is that Ghostbuster catcher thingy?
They're like, this grass has the dark side in it. We need to study it.
Yeah.
100 years ago, this planet was cataloged as lifeless because of a hyperspace disaster. Yet this planet, Brendok, is thriving.
The hyperspace disaster is covered in the High Republic novels.
Concentration of force energy centered around a location.
Interesting.
Virgins could create life, like what we see on this planet.
Oh, so this was a lifeless planet. So they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
How did this life spring up over 100 years?
Do not confuse Torben's feelings with your own. I do not tell him answers to ease his mind. I teach him to seek the answers for himself.
She's a great effing Jedi, dude. Seriously, I love Carrie-Anne Moss and her performances and Master Indara.
That's why I have a Padawan and you do not.
Dang.
So, follow the river. We haven't covered the Northlands yet. Meet us back at the camp.
So I wonder if they're studying the ground to see if they can sense the energy in all of the objects around
I think you're
them.
right, Adam.
Midichlorians or whatever technique they have, they're literally just studying life on this planet for 7 weeks.
Oh,
and then
he sees the
this
twins.
fool sees little kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
okay.
yep.
This tree.
And then we get to this
Well, maybe that's
point.
the
wow.
Maybe that's the Vergence.
When I can't find you, I look here.
Yeah, twins. He's like,
is-
what?
So beautiful.
This is incredibly interesting to the Jedi. Straight up using the Force out in the,
And they see them use the Force. Yep.
Always run before my step.
absolutely following them home and being like, where's your home?
I give you gifts.
Oh, that scared the bejesus out of me. Did y'all see that?
Lord. Yeah. That's like that shot in the movie Signs.
That's exactly
alien
what I was
pops out
thinking.
from
That was
behind
some
the bush.
science shot right there.
We are not alone. Indara, can you read me?
Yeah, so now he's like, what the hell is happening on this planet? How come there's people? How come we didn't know?
Yeah.
There's
100%.
Force users. La, 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 la. His brain is spinning.
I mean, judging by that door. They've been there for a while.
Yeah, totally.
But what is all? They thought that this planet was lifeless, and this was all. The structure has been here, and within
Yeah, so
the
maybe
past
it's an
100
ancient
years.
structure, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it could have. It could have been before. It must have been because the hyperspace accident just made it so that the planet was inhospitable. I think, not that there was never life on it ever.
Get up.
And then these witches moved in.
I would.
Yeah, we would just do our podcast from a planet that nobody else inhabits. It'd be great.
Dude, yeah. We get a whole planet to ourselves. It's great.
Yeah. Oh.
Go. It's your room.
Interesting. It's interesting seeing all this from a completely different perspective.
Yeah. The whole time Soul is just thinking, these witches are crazy. These witches are tripping.
They do not treat the girls like children.
We should return to the ship, ask the council for guidance.
I fear for the girls' safety.
Ooh.
The witches prepare for a ceremony tonight.
And he has no clue like what they're doing. Yeah. Yep. Makes sense.
I'm going in alone.
Master, we must escort you.
There are over 50 of them.
And only 2 children.
I'm Carrie-Ann fucking Moss,
Go
brother.
as a team.
Yeah. You ever seen The Matrix, brother?
And she wanted to go by herself, but Soul was like, we should go as a team.
He's making a lot of assumptions, yeah. It's not
Again,
that great of a Jedi.
There's a reason why he does not have a Padawan and she does.
We thought this planet was uninhabited.
The all-knowing Jedi were ignorant of their surroundings. I find that hard to believe.
Oh, she's in his mind already.
Snap.
You've traveled so far only to become trapped on this planet.
This is pretty messed up, though, to go inside his head. Like, don't do that.
No way, dude. They broke in. That's what happens.
So you wish to escape this planet? I can help you.
Whoa.
I can help you. I can help you.
Oh.
I can help you. You wish to escape this planet?
Oh, did he do it?
Why not ask me? Ask me.
I want to return to Coruscant.
Oh.
Kneel.
Whoa.
Oh, there goes eyes.
If you want your Padawan returned to his right mind, I suggest you all leave. Now.
Mother Anastasia, you messed up.
I want to show them what you taught
You
me.
shouldn't have done that.
Please let me take the test.
No, they shouldn't have broken in.
You cannot deny that Jedi have the right to test potential Padawans. With your permission, of course.
You're correct. They should not have broken in.
I feel a connection to Osha. I feel she's meant to be my Padawan.
Oh, all of a sudden.
Ceremonial markings are customary in many cultures in the galaxy.
Okay,
But
cool.
Osha did not have one.
She may have resisted
Yeah.
being marked.
Which is true.
There's no way to know.
That is what happened.
I believe she wants to live with us.
Like I said
Do not confuse what Osha wants with what you
in an
want.
earlier
Exactly.
episode of this, the Jedi could just be like, I sense that she should be my Padawan. And then the other Jedi have to be like, well, shit, man. Okay, if you sense it because of the Force. Like, what if Torben was just like, I sense that I should be home on Coruscant? What is Zendara going to say? Like, no,
Yeah.
you need to be here on this mission. But I sense that I'm wanted on Coruscant. And then you have to go, shut up, man. You're lying. Shit.
I also think it's interesting that Torben, like,
This won't take long.
May tried to kill everyone. With Torben,
Yeah.
he killed himself. I feel like there's a
Yes.
story reason for that.
Yes.
Is that okay?
And I
We're
feel like
gonna
we're
learn
slowly
today.
getting...
Or next week.
Yeah.
Or next
God.
week.
The reading's off the chart. Over 20,000.
What you see,
A spaceship. A necklace.
the image hasn't appeared yet.
What was everyone doing in the courtyard?
Ascension.
Didn't Mother Anastasia tell her, her sister tell her to fake
Yeah.
the test?
Is
Right?
your marking a part of Ascension?
Well, this
Do you
is
like
May.
This
Did
is
we ever
May,
see
yeah.
May?
Yeah.
We never saw May's test.
Ascension means Osha and I will lead the coven.
But your children, how can you become the leaders?
Mama said everyone must walk through fear. Everyone must be sacrificed to fulfill their
I
destiny.
don't like that.
I don't either.
Can I go now?
I do not either.
Mama said life was like a box of chocolate. Like, no, that's bullshit. Nope.
There are other children there.
Thousands like us.
I want to be a Jedi.
Then you must have the courage to tell the truth.
We should continue the test.
This is what we saw, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, look at that face. I love Sol. He seems very trustworthy.
Yeah.
But is he going off of bad information, or is the show going to say that he was right? That the Coven were planning to sacrifice these girls?
Correct.
She was checking his work.
I will meet you at the camp when I hear their answer.
Oh, man.
It's the waiting game,
I feel
folks.
for these characters. I feel for these characters. And I don't know what Kelnaka wants. I just want him to be happy. I just feel for these Jedi.
Kelnaka just dead, homie.
Something is wrong.
No.
Oh. Oh, damn.
Council said no.
What? Wow.
Oh.
But there's something dangerous about those women. You saw what they were capable of.
You can feel the twins are not safe.
They say that we have interfered too much already.
Will they let us come home at least?
Just get me home, goddammit.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate doing this field work.
It's not funny. I just want to go home.
I want to do what's best for Osha.
You don't get to decide.
Oh, he's emotionally invested already.
Yeah.
Yep. Twins' blood test results.
You're never going to believe this, right? It's like a lot of bloody midichlorians.
The M count.
M count.
Very force sensitive.
Yep, there it is.
Even Master Yoda doesn't have an M count that
Their
high.
symbionts are the same.
They are twins.
No, exactly the same.
Oh.
Even identical twins would have
They're
different
clones.
They're clones.
Symbiotes.
They're not twins.
The twins were artificially created.
Maybe by tapping into a power dense enough to
Oh.
split one consciousness into two bodies.
Oh, interesting.
Only a virgins could create.
All right, now they are jumping to conclusions,
Oh.
Matt. You know what? It might
No
be.
way. They have proof.
Don't you
They have proof that they're clones.
Just need proof of a virgins, and those girls are the proof.
Oh,
Don't take it home.
God. Torben, are you crazy?
Okay, now
Oh,
I
he
see
is
why
crazy.
Torben killed himself.
I must discuss the situation with everyone here, but we will consider your wish when we do so.
I love when actors do that very quick, almost embarrassed that they're crying, and they do the one quick wipe. It gets me so good. I love it.
you before they attack.
Ah. I knew it. I knew that this character had something to do with it.
Get mad.
Yep.
Now I'm even more convinced that she's working with Chimere.
Her wish must be considered.
You may be their mother, but you are also our leader.
Right now, I choose mother.
Yeah, I think Mother NSA gets killed
Yeah.
by the Coven.
You can't go. We're stuck here now.
Follow me.
Oh my
Do
God.
something cool. Hey, do something cool. Do something cool.
Hey. Oh damn! So she did start the fire.
Yes.
Yeah,
that we saw.
she definitely did.
I mean, I was
But she
like,
didn't kill
did
everybody.
she do it? Was it her choice? Was she influenced to make the choice?
Yeah.
Oh, let me guess. She didn't mean to.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
She kind of panicked.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
Kind of wish they would have just committed to her being like, "Yep."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they did both, right? They're showing that this little girl, just like Macaulay Culkin in The Good Son, she had some evil tendencies. Were
Yeah.
encouraged by Mother Coral, but also she's a kid and it got out of control. It was
real
like
quick.
it got bigger than her.
The twins. Where did they come from?
I want one of these women.
Oh.
I want one of these women so bad to say, "My put." That's where they came from. Get out of here.
Mama, help!
Osha!
Help me!
Oh, and this is how. Oh God.
Oh, Torben gets froggy. Whoa.
What the hell?
Huh? Too late.
Master Soul killed her. Oh wow.
Soul.
Did you hear that?
And May saw it.
I
What?
was going to let
Was that Kylo's theme again?
Oh, maybe.
I was going
I
to
don't
let
know
Osha
Kylo's theme.
go. Oh no. Oh
She chose you.
fuck.
Well, gonna say you could have led with that.
Yeah, you should have started there.
So this is obviously why May hates the Jedi.
Mama!
And also,
now he realizes that's not
Soul
Osha.
called her Osha. He didn't know who yet.
Oh, Christ. Oh, okay. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job deflecting all those.
Homeboy's getting down.
We saw
And
that.
then these two are gonna jump in, trying to save their friends.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Uh-oh.
I don't like that at all.
She can do it too. Oh, so she got away. So she's gonna be the one.
I'm telling you.
It's happening.
Yeah,
I think you're right,
she's
dude.
the one.
And she's gonna be the one working with Chimere. Yep.
Yeah, I really think so.
Not you.
Oh, so she's still there. Oh, please.
Oh, she took
please, baby.
Kelnaka's body.
Oh, she's taking over Kelnaka.
Not like this. I didn't want to see him like this.
Oh,
they're all in on it.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, none of them die.
Oh.
Right. None of them die because they're all in the episode 5.
So Kelnaka
It's
maybe
just
is
a
the one who
distraction.
swipes Torben in the eye.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Wow.
This is pretty sick.
This is crazy.
Yep.
Whoa.
Wookiee Jedi.
How
Dope.
strong is a Wookiee force push?
Oh, I would
So
not want to know.
sick.
I wouldn't want to know how hard that swing is.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm surprised they didn't put him through the wall. Oh my God.
Lord.
Okay, so he already scratched him.
Jesus.
Yo. Kelnaka, chill out, homie.
Oh my God. The fact that he can even do that against Kelnaka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soul's got some
Oh,
skills.
now it's a
but-
hand-to-hand fight? Oh, dang.
Yeah, you're done.
Oh my God.
Yes. Here comes Trinity.
Oh wow.
Trinity
She's fighting
with the Jedi
witches.
mind trick.
Oh my God.
That's dope.
There you go.
Man,
Wow.
I'm very happy with how this episode is sort of paying off this mystery.
Yeah.
Yo, is she gonna tap into? Oh.
Wow,
that's
she
why they
broke the
burn.
whole coven.
Did she
That's
just
why they
kill
burn.
all
They
of
pass
them?
out. No, I think they're passed out.
Get them now. Now!
Don't ask questions. Just go.
Dude,
Yo, they got rocked.
Torben and Soul
Jesus.
like messed up bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here we don't know what happens to May after this. We just
Yeah.
know Osha gets swooped up.
Where's Mama? Mama's dead.
Dang, dude, May saw that.
Oh, okay. See, none of them were burnt. Oh, we didn't see this.
He picks one over the other, doesn't he? Oh, God.
Oh, man.
I mean, he did say he felt a stronger connection to Osha.
That's messed up.
Wow.
Potentially lose them both or have to make that choice. This is the good son. This is a good son. This shows the movie The Good Son.
I can't. Okay. So now we're probably catching
Now
up,
we're
right? He
caught
probably
up.
just told her
Yeah.
everything. Oh, not yet.
No, still. I would like to go back to the planet and see May. Yeah.
Damn, he got rocked.
Send a message to Coruscant.
Tell him we fucked up.
Yep. Tanaka's like,
That's
dude.
what happens. That's what happens when you don't listen, homie.
I warned both of you.
Yep.
I wanted the twins to be safe.
You led with emotion.
I had to make a choice.
Jeez, the guilt that Torben must feel. It makes sense.
What will we tell the council?
Yo, they're gonna
Hey,
lie.
listen, I didn't see nothing
I didn't,
from
Yeah,
nobody.
I didn't touch nobody. I talked to
All
no
the
one.
witches were already dead when I got there.
I was
You're never
picking
gonna
some
believe this.
berries
We
in
were
the
there.
forest.
We were picking berries.
They burned down the
rocks,
witch's fortress.
grass, like you told us. And all
knew
of
it was
a
lost.
sudden, out of nowhere, these witches.
Yep. They just made up
Dude.
that lie.
After everything this little girl has lost.
Oh my
And it was
God.
Pandara
You
who was
take away
like,
her dream as well.
you have to raise her. You have to be her master.
At the mercy of the council, ask yourself why you made this choice.
So they all decided to keep the lie to basically help Osha have some normal life.
We are on our way to Coruscant.
Yep, you're right, Augustine.
Jeez.
They started a fire.
Oof.
It was always burning since the world's been turning.
Is that it? Oh
Dang,
my
that's it.
God.
That's it.
God damn.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. All right.
What a heartbreaking final couple of moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is some of the most complex and interesting the Jedi have ever been depicted in a Star Wars thing. I
Yeah.
really like those four characters. I really,
Yeah.
even the way they use Kalnaka, who like, how much character can you really give like a Wookiee? Often
Right.
not a whole lot, but like the fact that he was manipulated and then had to fight these other, he was the one who hurt Torben. Like
Yeah.
Augustine,
Yeah.
you were like, oh, it must have been Mother Anastasia because she had a claw hand. We're like trying to figure out how did he get the scar? It must have been claw
Yeah.
hand. And it was the Wookiee. And
It
this
was
is
the
like a
Wookiee.
sad and somber thing. I think they do a good job of infusing them with the good intentions that you can totally understand how this complication arose. You know, the
Yeah.
Jedi are supposed to be better than this, but you know what?
Yeah.
These four messed up, and you can see and understand why. So I think it's very interesting, and I really like that line that Mother Anastasia said, where she goes, "Your good intentions are going to end and kill every Jedi someday." And you go, "Damn, you know what? That's Liam Neeson's. That's Liam Neeson's." People don't talk about enough. Everybody loves Qui-Gon Jinn. He is a great character and a great mentor, but he pulled the same thing here. He had this connection. He had his instincts. He wanted to save the boy, didn't save Shmi. All the stuff that everybody has talked about. And really, if Liam Neeson's did not pick up little Anakin, the Jedi probably would not have been killed the way they were. Probably.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll have Palpatine have found somebody else, another Darth Vader. Some, would have been Asajj Ventress, and she would have wiped out all the Jedi in Order 66. I don't know, but that was a great line that connected it to the prequels and the sort of tradition of how the Jedi have been depicted going forward. So just the most complex for a kid show, for a Star Wars show. It's still relatively simplistic, but really, really enjoyed that episode for that attempt at that complexity.
I was going to say something actually very similar, and I think that to me is what makes this show so interesting, is that it's taking those concepts that we came to know in the prequels, and it's maybe trying to do something a little bit deeper with it, a little bit more nuanced. And because, Star Wars, the prequels, they are so much about the universe. There's so much about like how this one decision to take this boy from the desert to become a Jedi changes the outcome of everyone's story in the entire universe. This is similar, but I don't think it's going to, as of now, as far as like I feel about the last episode, I don't think it's going to have that same implication. But I think that these little events, this small little event that involves these four characters and their jumping to conclusion has long-lasting effects that we see repeated. And as we know with Star Wars, it's like George Lucas jokingly says, it's like poetry, they rhyme. You see the same sort of conflicts come back and bite people in the ass again in the future. And that's kind of what happens from the prequels to the original trilogy to the sequel trilogy. So it's nice to see that there is sort of this like consistency throughout the stories, that similar things happen. And I feel like in a lot of ways, it's kind of true to our real life. We go through situations where there's war and then it goes away and then it comes back and then it evolves and it changes and it becomes more sophisticated, and things that happen in like some of our parents' lives maybe might happen in our lives. So, it's all cyclical, but I like that this show. And I there's so many conversations about the Jedi online, and it's, it is what it is. But I like the fact that the Jedi at the end of the day are still human, or they're still beings with feelings.
Yes.
And their whole thing is we suppress those feelings so we can make very tactical decisions on what we're doing. But at the end of the day, that human element of you, or that emotional element of you, is always going to bleed through in some way. And I believe that it bled through in Qui-Gon when he decided to take Anakin from Tatooine. I believe it bled when Ben Kenobi decided to actually, take on Luke as his apprentice, even though he wasn't really like doing it in the traditional way, because he felt like Luke could defeat Darth Vader, restore balance into the Force, you know, all these sorts of things, or turn him from the Force, from the dark side of the Force. No matter what, Jedis always have a piece of them that leads them, and it's a little bit of an emotion, whether it's good or bad, you know. So I like that. I like that the show is kind of putting a spotlight on that and saying the Jedi aren't perfect, and that's okay because they're like us. They make mistakes like we. They're not robots. They're not, you know, built in a warehouse and programmed to just have one line of thinking. They're gonna have they're gonna have their ways where they're gonna teeter back and forth a little bit, and it's gonna be dependent on the character whether or not they decide. Well, I may lead a little bit with my feelings, but I'm not gonna let those feelings consume me like they do people or users of the dark side. So I like that we're playing with all these elements and stuff. I'm enjoying it. It's working for me, and I'm curious to really see, like, there's one episode left, and if it's going to be, you know, within the 45-minute range, damn, you got a lot to wrap up and see where the cliffhanger is going to be.
Right.
I'm glad you said that, Adam, about the Jedi not being perfect, because it definitely leads and lends more validity, I will say, to Luke's decision in The Last Jedi, where he's not a perfect man. He's not the perfect guy everybody thought he was going to be. And he made some bad decisions, and he made some emotional calls, and it led to some bad choices. And this is just doubling down. That's the other cyclical thing that I saw here as well. Like, the Jedi do not make the best decision at all times, as much as people like to think that they do. And just because they say that they want to do that doesn't mean that it always happens in practice. Like, there's always mistakes that happen, just like with everybody, right? They're humans. And I think bringing that humanity to the Jedi is really important because it lets you connect with them a little bit more. We all would like to strive to the principles of being a good, just person, and sometimes we don't uphold those ideals, right? And that's exactly what they're showing us here. Even the best of us could make mistakes, and it happens, and we gotta learn from them and make other decisions based off of that. So totally, I think the show's writing is really it's really showing what it's been up to at this point. As much as like some of the cliffhangers have felt a little too cliffhangery. There's been some episodes that were less strong than other episodes, but I think the writing in this episode in particular really stands out, and it almost made me forget about Khmer. Honestly, I'm just like, we just had Homeboy killed several Jedi 2 episodes ago, and now all I'm thinking about is Soul's decision to let one of the girls fall. You know, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. And then uphold this lie. Yeah, that's so crazy, dude. This writing definitely has connected all the strings here, and now it makes complete sense.
Yeah, and even like to your point about, you know, Luke, even before The Last Jedi, like look at the way he defeats Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi. He gets aggressive. He leads with emotion. That's how he defeats Darth Vader. You know, he gets angry. He gets upset because Darth Vader threatens the life of his sister. So he leads with emotion. That's how he defeats him. And then he has a moment of realization. And it's one of the greatest moments in Star Wars where he's standing there looking over Vader's body. He looks at his robotic hand. He looks at Darth Vader's robotic hand, and he realizes, if I go down this path, I'm going to become exactly what my father became. And so I'm going to say, no, fuck that. So
he realizes the lesson of Star Wars, which is hurt people. And he didn't want to continue to propagate that cycle of violence, you know? And that's another thing about what I love what they did with Luke later is because every time somebody goes, well, why did he just quit? Why did he just dip out? I go, because he's now the mentor. He's not the hero of the story anymore. And that's okay. He's, you know, we are what they grow beyond. That is the gift of being a mentor. If people were upset that Luke decided to take himself off the board because he was like, too many people are looking up to me and I'm not perfect, like you're saying, Augustine, and I had a moment of weakness and I can't believe I did that. I am taking myself off the board. I'm going to go and study the ancient Jedi text on this remote island. Yeah. And if any fans were mad at that, it's just like, well, that's what Yoda did. And that's what Obi-Wan Kenobi did. The best characters in Star Wars. That's what they did. Yeah.
They both went into exile to learn.
They were hiding and they were in hiding and they had to be because the Empire had risen and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, that's fine. But that's not what the story of Star Wars is. The story of Star Wars is that they were in those positions to be able to help Luke on his journey and that they realized they messed up at the height of the Jedi power or whatever, right? But if the story of Star Wars treated Yoda and Obi-Wan the way that some fans wanted Luke Skywalker to be treated, then 5 years after Revenge of the Sith, Yoda would have teamed up with Obi-Wan Kenobi, would have teamed up with Bail Organa, would have teamed up with all the heroes of the growing rebellion.
It would have been Infinity War all over again.
yeah, just come back and just like, we did it. Like, okay, but that's not what the story demands. That's not what the story needed. Yeah, I just to go back to your guys' points about like how interesting the story has unfolded. I'm such a fan of the story. I'm such a fan of the different little mystery seeds that we got throughout the episodes. And I am really looking forward to seeing how they are going to handle the landing and whether there will be anything left up for like, we could maybe do season 2 of these characters. I don't know, but
no idea.
It's been really fun watching this show. And I like that this show has attracted like a, you know, one of those bug zappers, a lot of those real pieces of shit who have been in the discourse far too long. And that the rest of us needed to like excommunicate them a long time ago. And it's really frustrating and it's a big problem. And it's not just in the Star Wars fandom. It's in most fandoms. It's in every fandom. It's good. This has now become kind of like The Last Jedi, another litmus test for me, where it's just like, if I meet somebody and I'm like, I like ACOLYTE. And if they go, I don't know, it breaks canon, I'll be like, why am I talking to you in this bar? F you, you suck, I'm out of here. Like, I just know, I'm like, that's the red flag. Like, whatever bullshit, you know, you're parroting from the internet, that's the, nope, I'm not interested in. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, and I think for me as a Star Wars fan, when people are like that and that's their immediate reaction, for me it's way more interesting to sit with someone who's like, "Well, I didn't like it, but let's talk about it. Let's see. Like, I want to know your perspective.
Exactly.
Here's my perspective. You know." Then I think when you can talk about those things, because I think at the end of the day, when it comes to any of these properties, everyone has their own idea of what a character should be or what a group of characters should be, and you know, maybe they just interpret the text differently. But if people are willing to have a conversation about it, then great. But if you're going to be immediately, like you're saying, like, then no, I don't want to have anything to do with you. It's a waste of fucking time.
If somebody who doesn't like the show can criticize it without saying the word woke, then I may be able to listen to them. Like if you can present a valid criticism, because every show can be criticized, right? But if you throw in that word, poof, be gone, bitch. Be gone, bitch. I don't
He turns into Mother Anastasia. He's like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. Bye.
If I take that same criticism that they're talking about, which could be very valid, and I go, I could apply the same thing to Revenge of the Sith or Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace, right? And if they go, absolutely, totally, and we're good. But if they go, well, no, because that's different, I go, nah, hang on. You got to be consistent. You got to be consistent.
Hold on.
Hang on. I know you saw it when you were 8. We all did, but you got to be consistent, you know? Anyway,
for sure. Truth.
That was a good episode. That was an interesting episode. It led to a good conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think to me, I think for us, all three of us, like, I think that's the content is important, but also the conversation is equally as important. Otherwise, what the fuck are we doing here? Why are we making videos about any of this stuff? It wouldn't matter. We're like, all right, great. See you next week. Bye. Like, oh, okay.
If it was literally just Star Wars swinging sabers and using the Force, then it would be boring. But the concepts that they're presenting are very human and very relatable, and that's what really is the meat and potatoes of this show.
For sure. But like Hector was saying, we'll see if next week if they stick the landing or if we're going to walk out of it with more questions than answers. Who knows? But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think about this episode? What do you think is going to happen in the finale? I'm so curious if we're going to learn next week that Mother Coral actually trained Chimere or has something to do with this part of the story. That will be very interesting to know. But let us know your thoughts and theories. Jump into the Discord. Let us know as well. We'll see you guys next week for the finale.
Bye.
Bye.